Even after seeing the prototypes.
I think someone here has a private action for us. I just don't know if it's Malkia or someone else.
Our army is deployed to southern Baldar as we speak. We had best move to join them.
Yeah, bet. Also, I hate Nihilbeth because the game lags here, like, hard. It cannot handle this area.
The Federation.
It's not... Maybe it's Malkia. Malkia might have the private action for us. Ina, maybe?
I'm terrified.
Yeah, you're terrified. You're terrified. It'll be fine. Don't you worry.
So, the Federation.
Private action?
The world we come
Not
from.
Elena. Where is Malkia? Is she at the entrance? She might be at the entrance. That might be her. Yeah, I feel the game lagging. It's not, like, egregious, but, like, I notice it. I can notice it lagging. Which is why I hate being in this area. And I'm also astounded. I'm confused why this area specifically is so hard to run.
I have heard that Nilbeth is home to a very diverse group of species. Do any races other than the Trathan abide in this place?
At present, yes. Many converge here in Nilbeth as an allied state, but each race typically lives in its own cluster. However, that does not mean we forbid other races to reside here. In fact, Midas and the other wise men sojourned in this very settlement for an extended period.
Did they really?
Although there are differences between the races, the Trathan are very proactive in interspecies exchange. We Trathan have long been congenial with the semiomancers of Osarius, partly due to the ancient coil. The fact that I studied abroad in Osarius is also a product of that exchange.
And with the Vale Empire, were exchanges conducted as well?
Minimal when compared with Osarius. Because of our race, geography, and history, we tend to ally ourselves with semiomantically developed nations. Though perhaps that is precisely why we end up attracting attention.
I see. In your hour of need, could you not expect reinforcements from the Nilbeth capital?
That would be quite difficult given the circumstances. There are many other races living in Nilbeth's capital besides the Trathan, and the capital's legislative council decides its actions. If the Trathan are the only ones affected by a malady, then the Trathan themselves must attempt to quell the situation first. Only when the situation becomes unmanageable will the capital intervene. These are the unique positives and negatives of Nilbeth's National Assembly.
Should your nation change then, so too will your methods.
Conversely, if something like this were to happen to the other races, we would behave in the same manner. Though, perhaps now is the time for us to change those customs.
Who is it that does Malkia's voice? I feel like... Malkia's voice, I don't remember. I don't know if I ever figured it out when I played Raymond's playthrough, but her voice sounds really familiar. I've definitely heard her in another game, but I can't pinpoint it. This game is full of characters who do other games. But like Malkia's, I feel like I've heard, but I don't know if I ever figured it out in my original playthrough or not. Take me to Delric. I don't think Laeticia's does anything, though. I think Laeticia's voice actress is, like, a new person. And Laeticia's is, like, it's weird. It's, like, not awful, but it's, like, very hit or miss. Her voice acting, while everyone else's is very solid. Albert.
Our army...
Nope. Mario?
The Federation.
And Mario has, like, no private actions right now. She might get some later. I mean, I know she gets some later, but hers might come in Chapter 4. Mostly. Chapter 4 has a lot of private action. I remember, like, there are a lot of private actions in Chapter 4. Like, they stack them up. And a good portion of them are Marielle's, because she doesn't really get much in Chapter 3, because she comes very late here.
Even after seeing...
Malkia. Man, Malkia just has a lot here, because we got her recently.
Lady Malkia, is there any secret you may share to successfully gather a large group together?
Why do you ask? Does something ail you?
I have been plagued with worry regarding all the things to come. I wish to seek out and listen to the counsel of my elders.
I see. One day, you will need to rule a vast kingdom after all. If you wish, as your elder, I will provide you with all the answers you desire, in part to put you in my debt.
If you would be so kind.
Nilbeth is a melting pot of a wide variety of tribes. The conventional wisdom believed by one person may hold little sway with someone else.
I understand.
Do not allow yourself to be bound by the viewpoint held by you or your family alone. It is essential to consider a wide range of perspectives.
A wide range of perspectives, I see.
There will also be times, however, when you find yourself at a standstill.
Oh?
As a leader of people, you may need to exert your superiority on occasion. That is when you must disregard others' views and push through your own decisions with utmost conviction.
But then, which decision is correct?
It will depend on the situation. So, contemplate such things now, sharpen your judgment, and build experience. I am quite sure it will be of great benefit to you in the future.
Yes. While there is time, I will consider a great many things. Thank you.
Devote yourself. I am sure you will do fine.
I like Malkia. Very wise. I like Malkia a lot. The main story doesn't do much with Malkia, but like, I do like her a lot.
Seems like a safe village.
Yeah, okay. There should be one with Nina at her house, or maybe it's at Dr. Easen's.
Pardon us.
Might be Dr. Easen. Bum, bum. Okay, not like enter here.
Pardon us.
That one chest is still haunting me, by the way, about like having not collected it.
Dr. Easen, you're not gonna believe this! Crazy! It's gonna sound crazy!
I think I remember
Please,
this one.
Nina, calm yourself.
This might have happened
Pray
with
tell,
Ray
what is you all
too.
wound up?
Yes, sir. Okay, so my pendant here started glowing when I went to the ancient coil in Nilbeth.
How very interesting.
Oh, and we didn't get to see that from
pendant
Letty's
made by
perspective.
Processing ore that Filberto himself unearthed in Nilbeth during his studies abroad.
My father traveled to Nilbeth?
Perhaps the pendant started glowing as a reaction to returning to where the ore was originally found. My. To think it held such secrets. I do not recall Filberto ever saying it was anything more than a mere Iatromancer's talisman.
I wonder exactly why Dad left a charm like this to me. I mean, it's true I did become an Iatromancer, but...
Mayhaps Maester Filberto wished for you to uncover the secrets of that stone in his stead.
Oh, yeah, that I can believe. But if he really had such high expectations of me, then I don't see why he didn't just teach me some semiomancy himself.
Indeed, yes.
Jeez, I'm starting to think Dad was a real pain in the butt.
He most certainly was. But you would do well to remember that the apple does not fall far from the tree, Nina.
I would never do anything so tortuously convoluted.
We shall see how much truth is held in those words once you grow a bit older. To be perfectly honest, I think that you and your father have quite a lot in common.
After what we just talked about, you really could have kept that to yourself.
Oh, Nina. Alright, so yeah, that private action probably happened in Ray's story too. I vaguely remember that. And obviously, we didn't go to the ancient coil with Laeticia because we were instead invading the kingdom. And without Baird and Neon. Alright, well. So, okay. We have a private action in Ida, and then we have like 3 in Kado. I do remember how to make the Tears of Aphrodite, as it turns out. I think first though, I'm gonna want to level up Nina's compounding just so I don't fail. And she has like 800 skill points to do that. Level this up to like 5 or something.
All my work's starting to pay off.
I believe it's like aquaberries and like roly-poly beans or something. So if we do that, we have a ton of them.
This shouldn't take too long.
If we do this, we should be able to get it. It might not come right away though. Yeah, you're gonna get value loop every now and then. Oops, that wasn't what I meant to do.
Not bad.
Malka's VA did the Windlorn for Rise. Oh, Almagria? I don't think that's where I hear her.
Shouldn't take too long.
I didn't know that. I think that I just didn't know. I don't think that's what I was talking about. I haven't played Arise in like whenever Arise came out. Well, no, I played Beyond the Dawn, but the main game of Arise
Not bad.
since 2021 because it came out a year before Star Ocean 6.
This shouldn't take too long.
Almagria wasn't in Beyond the Dawn, so that I don't think that's where I heard her. I didn't even know she did Almagria though.
Shouldn't take too long. Not bad.
Bio Gloop.
This shouldn't take too long.
There we go. Tears of Aphrodite. I think I'm actually gonna make a lot of those later in the playthrough. Because I would like to show off the character endings like I did for Raymond. Because I'm assuming we're gonna get some different ones because we're playing as Laeticia this time. They probably have... Laeticia probably gets her own... The one with Raymond's probably the same. But she'll probably get one with Nina. She has to get one with like the other characters too. Because she's the main character now. So I'll probably get a lot of those. I'll probably do what I did with the Ray playthrough, where I'll just like... I'll grind Tears of Aphrodite, and then like... After the final boss, I'll make a... Either I'll make them separate videos, or I'll just make a compilation with all the endings. I don't know, but I want to show off all the character endings. I want to see them, too, with Letty, because, like, what's the point of this playthrough? The whole point of this playthrough is to see more private actions and all the character endings. It's also to eventually platinum the game and play the game again, so it felt like a good excuse to play the game again.
There's this guy who is...
Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Like, the whole... To me, I feel like the main point of doing the different protagonists is the character interactions. It's not so much the main story. Like, yeah, we had a different part. Like, we got to see some different things in the main story, but that's not really the main point, I feel. The main story, like, stays the same.
This city
and the scenes aren't that big of a difference. I feel like the main purpose of playing from the other protagonist's perspective is the private actions and endings. That's like the whole point.
We must make for Veil the moment preparations are in order.
Yes. Which games do you think try too hard to be edgy? That's a really good question. I unfortunately don't really have an answer at the moment.
You actually have a love.
I want to, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Glad to be of assistance.
Now I just have to make her drink it. I hope I'll figure out a way. Keep your fingers crossed for me.
Okay, we got that done. So, are we like, 60% through? Trying to think. That's a really good question. What games do... Maybe not edgy, but what games do I think try too hard to be serious or, like, try to be edgy? I need to think on that for a bit. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's a game I played that I thought that. It's not a game I played recently, clearly, because it's not on my mind. I've seen people say 7 to 10. Ooh, I heavily disagree with all of that. All those FF games I disagree with. And no, it's not just because I love those games and there was some of my... And there were Final Fantasy games, but I just don't see where people are coming from with that. Alright, so that guy's for the hate potion. Yeah, I want to be disliked. Let's go to Ida. Knock out this private action. And then we have 3 in Kado to do. And I think after that, we probably just move on to story. To be honest, because there's not too much to do. Like, these side quests are like little item creation quests, and I want to just like, I'd rather just figure out how to get them and get them next stream. So like, I think we move on to story after these private actions. Well, no, we can actually try going to the Downmore Delve and see if we can fight a boss, and then we move on to story, I think. We'll at least get through the Vale region, I think. And then we could save like the Citadel stuff and like the end of chapter 3 for next stream. And probably finish chapter 3. No, we'll definitely finish chapter 3, I think.
The Federation and...
I have no doubt we'll finish chapter 3 next stream, and then we'll be in chapter 4, which is the last chapter. It's probably going to be the longest, and that's only because of the side content. I feel like the story parts of chapter 4 aren't too long. Not to say it's short, but like, I don't think it's like too long. It's mostly going to add up time with private actions and side quests.
So exquisite.
I feel. And this is only like the 5th stream, I think. So like, I feel like I'll finish this game in like, surely I'll finish this game in like 5 more streams from now, I think. Which that'll put us like close to 40 hours, if not just at 40 hours. Hey guys.
I'm terrified. You know...
Oh, I had to talk
Lady
to...
Nokia, I think you are one cool adult.
And
Grown up?
what prompted
Subtitles,
such
get
remark?
this right?
No, flattery will not move me.
I mean it! I want to become an adult just like you, who's really got her stuff together.
Stuff together. Whatever do you mean?
Well, lots of things. Like your composure. And, the way you handle Uncle Midas. You've just got so many qualities that I sure don't have.
I am not wholly certain what qualities you speak of.
Hey, don't you think so too, Laeticia?
Pardon? Oh, actually...
Oh, actually... I do admire Malkia. I do. But, I admire you too, Nina.
Lady Malkia is an admirable woman, but she is not the only one I know. I admire you just as much, Nina.
Me?
Oh?
Yes, it is very charming how you act with such spontaneity and express yourself to the fullest. Oh, how I wish that I too could be so unaffected.
Thank you, but honestly, I'm not so special to have someone such as you say such things about me.
She is right. For learning so much about iatromancy at a young age, you are worthy of respect. What unimaginable energy flows from your little frame. What power. Much can be learned from you.
Oh,
People are impressed by different things. Pay no mind to a vaguely defined word such as
What is
adult,
happening?
and work to maximize your own strengths.
okay.
The subtitles were so off. Anyway, I wanted to get points with Nina because we've seen a lot of private actions with Malkia, and I've gotten dialogue options that were like admiring her, so I was like, you know what, I'll give this to Nina. Even though when I said I admired Nina, I meant it more like, oh, Nina, you get a lot of respect. Kind of like what Malkia was saying. Those subtitles were so wrong. Oh, Triace. Or whoever did the text for this game. I just say Triace because they developed this game. Actually, did... No, yeah, they did, right? Yeah, I think Triace developed this game. Elysium wasn't developed by Triace. I know Elysium and Divine Force came out like a month from each other. I know Triace only developed one of them, even though Valkyrie profiles their IP. But I know Elysium was developed by a different... They had... Like, I think Triace gave them the rights, but someone else developed it.
So, the Federation of...
The world we never to the...
Okay. Take me to Kato really quick. I haven't played the original FF7 in a while, but I definitely don't I guess I see what people were saying, but I don't agree with it. Ina, hello.